Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. And yes, it's been an update on the Earl Spence versus Sebastian Fondura fight. It looks like the Spence versus Fondura fight is canceled. Yes, the fight is going to be canceled. The WBO president released a statement on why the fight will be canceled. The reason why the fight is canceled, there are a few reasons. Because Earl Spence has been inactive for almost a year and a half now. By the time March comes, it's going to be almost 2 years since Earl Spence has been in the ring. The last time we seen him was, of course, against Bud Crawford. Second reason they stated was because of the TKO loss in the last bout. The way he lost, the way he looked in the loss, and the third reason was because he's not ranked or rated in the 154-pound division, and he's never fought at 154, and the ruling otherwise would be a disservice to the rest of the 154-pound world-rated contenders. So they're trying to be fair with this. Earl hasn't fought in almost going on 2 years. The way he lost, the way he got beat, the way he looked. And would that be fair to the other champions who've been fighting recently, who have belts? Would that be fair to them for Earl Spence to jump all the way up past them and get a title shot at the top guy? And I gotta agree with the president, the WBO president. And I mean, hey, as an Earl Spence fan, I absolutely agree. And I know we all said Earl always stated that he don't need no tune-ups. He ain't no tune-up type guy. But in this situation, with the way he lost and how long he's been out of the ring, I think Earl Spence needs a tune-up. I think he needs to fight somebody to get back acquainted to fighting on fight night, to knock the rust off, because I know he's rusty. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, he's probably going to be a little rusty. Probably, just to get back on the scene. He wants to put on a good performance. I think he needs to tune-up fight. Tune-up fights are there for a reason, for situations like this. And I think this is the perfect situation. Earl Spence's situation, the fact that he hasn't fought in so long. So, yeah, as an Earl Spence fan, I do think he needs to fight a tune-up. So, I think that's a good looking out for from the WBO, just his health. And obviously Earl isn't ready to get back in the ring. He also tweeted earlier this week stating that, he'll get back in the ring when he's ready. A lot of it, I think, has to do with the mental too. Maybe his mind isn't back there yet. The mental has to be there to want to get back in the ring and bang and abuse your body. Boxing is a rough sport, so he definitely has to you got to take heed to that. So yeah, I think Earl needs to get a tune up, maybe get with somebody, fight somebody that's has a few losses on their record, and possibly after that fight, if he looks good, then he'll be back ready to get in the ring and get in there with some of those big name champions like Fondura. Fondura, he's coming off the Tim Tszyu win. He's lit. He's been in the ring. He's been active. Excuse me. Yeah, he's been active. So, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready. And the last thing that I will want is for Earl Spence to get in the ring with a guy like Sebastian Fondura and get knocked out, get beat down bad, to where we know that this will be the end of Earl. So I think this is the best decision right now. And, maybe Earl needs another 6 months off to get back right, but whatever he needs, he needs to do that just so when he gets back in the ring, he's getting back in the ring 100%. So, I think Sebastian Fondura and those guys, they're trying to get I guess a guy named Connell to be the replacement for Earl Spence. I heard a few people stating that Bud Crawford should step in now and replace Earl Spence. Why would Bud Crawford step in when he has a Canelo Alvarez fight on the line where he's possibly finna make $50 million fighting Canelo Alvarez in one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, a mega fight? Why would he chance that to fight Sebastian Fondura, where he would probably only make like $10 million to fight Sebastian Fondura? That would be crazy to risk that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I think Crawford is doing the right thing by trying to campaign for the Canelo Alvarez fight, the dream fight, you know. So yeah, so it looks like Earl is going to be another wait before we see Earl Spence back in the ring again. I honestly think when Earl makes his comeback fight, if he does fight a tune-up fight, he needs to have it in Dallas. You know, let Earl come back, fight in his hometown of Dallas, and let his Dallas fans see him in the ring. Everybody behind him and, rooting for Earl, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to see him back in there, but we want to see him back in there in great health, and be the champion he once was 2 to 3 years ago, So, so they have canceled the fight. They've canceled the fight. So let's see who Sebastian Fondura is going to fight, though. Maybe he can fight Bakram, the guy that just beat Tim Tszyu. Fondura beat Tim Tszyu, and Bakram just beat Tim Tszyu. That would be an interesting fight. Bakram versus Fondura, that would be very interesting. I think that would be an exciting fight, too. I got Bakram in that fight. Bakram and Fondura fight, I got Bakram. I got Bakram by knockout. Bakram, very impressive in his last fight, so we definitely need to be on the lookout for him. So that 154-pound division, it's gonna look real nice. When Earl Spence gets back, and he's a top contender in that weight. So, but yes, that's the update. Earl Spence versus Sebastian Fondura fight canceled. This is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.